Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Ooh, Steve Harvey. Get 'em on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only. Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Okay. Here we go. I was working out. I was talking to a buddy of mine. And I was telling him something that Bishop T.D. Jakes told me one time. I heard him say it. He said, I would hate to die and not do the thing that I was born to do. I would hate to die and not do the thing that I was born to do. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, that hit me like a pile of bricks, man. Because it made me feel so grateful that God has allowed me to live my life this way. Now, and I'm talking about grateful for all of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And I have had all of them. The person you see today, it ain't always who I was. It was on the inside of me, but it hadn't externalized itself, if that's a word. It hadn't been bought out. It was in here, but it was under development. Who I am today was a process. But like I said before, don't trip. He ain't through with me yet. Even today, I'm still an imperfect soldier for Christ. Today, I still fall short, oftentimes. But I'll tell you what, I'm ever grateful for the life I have. And you know what? I want to encourage everybody today to explore your possibilities. I mean, man, explore your possibilities. Why would you not want to find out, discover, or know what it is God got for you? Why would you not want to achieve or accomplish all of your possibilities? Now, as I ask you this question, I want you to know that the devil is busy, that he plays mind tricks. So as you hear this, I already know he's saying to some of y'all, yeah, Steve, that's easy for you to say, but I done got myself in this situation right here. Ain't nothing too hard for God. Nothing. Nothing. And see, so as you listen to me, try to get your mind open to this. Why would you not want to explore all of your life's possibilities? What's possible with your life? And I'm talking about from right where you are right now. I'm not asking you to change. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm telling you, this is a fact that God can get you from right where you are right now. Broken, misled, misguided, misunderstood, mistaken, all of that, misfortunate, all of the misses you've been talking about in your life. You know, I missed the lottery. I missed my ride. They fired me. I missed the deadline. I didn't get it. People just miss themselves to death. If you've been all them misses, God can get you from right where you are. God a home run hitter. I'm here to tell you that. He's a home run hitter. He's a put him over the wall whenever he want to, all the time. And you can be a recipient of some of these home runs. He'll put the bat in your hand, but you got to swing. Now listen to me. You got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You got to stop holding yourself down with beating yourself up. He won't hold you down about it if you don't hold yourself down about it. But I'm going to tell you one more time, the devil is busy. So what the devil do is he make you think you ain't worthy. He make you think that you've done something so despicable that you can't come back from it. He makes you feel like you so low you can't go up high. He knock you down and make you feel like you've been knocked down harder than anybody else. You can't get up. He roll you so deep down in that ditch you can't see over the edge. God can come get you from no matter where you are. I'm telling you, man, you ain't in no hole too deep for God. Magic Johnson will tell you that. Listen to me. You ain't in no hole too deep for God. Steve Harvey can tell you that. You ain't in a hole too deep for God. Tyler Perry can tell you that. I can name you some people. Bishop Jakes can tell you that. I could tell you, Kenneth Ulmer can tell you that. Bishop Kenneth Ulmer. I could tell you some people. Kirk Franklin can tell you that. Donnie McClurkin can tell you that. I just know some people personally, man, that done been in a hole. Joel Osteen can tell you about it. I know some people, man, been down, been in a hole so deep. I bet you Paula Dean can tell you about it. See, but you know what? Then here we go. See, we don't like to talk about that because now we want everybody to pay extra hard for some mistakes they made. When clearly, and excuse me for being a new Christian, but there is a prayer that I've been saying since I was a little bitty boy, and it took me till I was a grown man to understand it. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. So see, it ain't my job to hold nobody down, to keep my knee on somebody's neck. Who am I? I'm going to need some forgiveness in a second here, probably today. See, so all this, you holding people down with the way you feeling about them, and she shouldn't have said this, and she'll never get it. I'll never support this again. Man, get up. Get up and get real. You for real? You think you ain't finna need forgiveness real soon? You ain't finna make a diabolical mistake in your life? You don't think you are? I have. Thousands of them. Probably gonna make a few hundred more before I get up out of here. So I've decided to be in the forgiving business because I want God to forgive my trespasses as I forgive those who trespass against me. You understand? See, excuse me for being a new Christian. I get tired of talking to people, man, supposed to be saved and talking about they're Christian. I don't want that type of religion, man. I ain't in that no more. I ain't in that. You can call me wrong if you want to. Say it how you want to say it. I ain't in that no more. I ain't in all that. You can feel how you want to feel about me, but I got proof that God work in my life. You know, I can't hardly get it out sometimes when people ask me something about deep on the inside of me about my soul and how I used to be and my journey and my trip. Because people don't know the trip I've been on. Well, you may have been on one worse than me. But you know what? You ain't in a hole too deep God can't get you out of. Man, I want people to remember that, man. God is a redeemer. He the great I am. So if you ain't got nothing now, what you asking for? You know, you might not have nothing because you ain't asking for nothing. Quit asking God to get you out of debt and ask God for a life of abundance. Then you take the money and you get out of debt. You keep asking to get out of debt. You keep being in debt to get out of. Come on, man. What you asking God for? I'm just tripping today. That's all. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, wait a minute. Let me heighten it a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, see that small inflection in voice made the day so much brighter.
Level
It's
up.
important, man. I want to thank John Walker out of Rochester, New York, used to work for the Kodak Foundation, for teaching me how to wake up in the morning. Little did I know that I would become one of the great morning men in the world today. All because of a lesson I learned from a guy teaching Amway. Wow, what a message, man. I praise God for all the lessons I've learned in this life. Thank you, Lord. Appreciate the ones I had to be taught it to twice, too. Sometimes 3 times. Oh, but the consequences increased till I finally got it. Oh, I didn't like it, but I did. I got it. I'm here, blessed, highly favored, motivated. Oh, my goodness. Also, on a personal note, before I get started, I would like to thank the Atlantis Hotel in the Grand Bahamas in Nassau. What a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'd like to thank the staff at the Atlantis. Always treat me so kindly and gracious. And the service is excellent and on point. Had some great meals there. They have some wonderful restaurants in Atlantis. Fish, olives, Nobu, Seagrass, Sea Glass, excuse me, and a few others. They got a buffet down there too for those that love buffets, and you can gamble outside by the swimming pool. What? And they got a casino, but you can gamble outside by the swimming pool. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Shirley Strawberry, the fabulous Carly Farrell, the mouth of the South, Junior, and yours truly. What's on your mind, Junior?
Uncle, let me talk to you about this, man. Partner Darryl probably made a serious mistake. He probably fell for it and probably didn't know what he was doing. But he needs some coaching this morning because his girl asked him, listen, we've been together a while. Let's just put all the secrets out on the table. And this fool started talking. And now he's going through a breakup. Could you talk to him, Uncle? He should have said.
Yeah, listen to me. When a woman says, let's put all our secrets out on the table, the first word out of your mouth is, you go first. That gives your stupid behind time to think of all the stuff you bet not say.
That's right.
Go ahead, break it down again.
You go first, and while she's giving up secrets, don't even listen.
Yeah.
All you do is take that time to
Don't
think
even
of
listen.
everything you should not say. Here's the key to giving up secrets. You have no secrets about women. All your secrets are really, you broke in somebody's house. You had
So
a
you'll go to
drug one
jail, but you
time.
guys will still be
You
together.
held some drugs for a friend of yours.
Now you're a criminal. You're a felon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that, but you're not finna say nothing.
All right. On that note, we got to go. Coming up in 32 minutes after, we'll run that prank back with Junior in for the nephew.
My
right
car
after this.
is in my mama's name.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right. It is time now to run that prank back with Junior in for the nephew. Junior, what you got?
Yeah, Dirty 33 in for the nephew. I just want to let you see if anybody's noticed.
And no raise in sight.
Yeah, just one of them. Day 33. Hold it tight too. Hold it strong. Here for him. Proud of him. You know. But Uncle, have you noticed anything? You know, have you noticed, Uncle? I'm day 33. Have you noticed?
That the show has carried on.
Yeah, we working. That's what you know.
Okay. I can already see where it's going. It ain't going.
Yeah.
It is not. Okay, I got what you're saying.
not
Okay,
Well,
let's
can
go.
I say something to you?
Yes, sir.
I'm not getting no extra for coming.
Oh, I see the point. Like, I got you. I understand.
Shirley, you getting any extra for coming?
Nah.
Carla?
Nah, the same.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. I don't know what this little request you making for.
I didn't even make a request. I just did you notice I was stepping
Well,
in?
you know, ain't like you doing the pranks, you know.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know.
Let's start talking about what you ain't doing.
You shouldn't have brought it up, Junior.
I probably shouldn't have. Let's go and get to it, though. Today's prank phone call, which I'm not being paid for, is Tighten Up. There it is. What a cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Lenora.
This is she.
How you doing? Listen, is this are you the Lenora? Do y'all have the truck, the 18-wheeler that be outside your house? Is this the right place?
Yeah, my husband do. I don't drive trucks. My husband drives trucks. Who am I speaking to?
I'm sorry. My name is McCoy. I'm McCoy. I live 2 streets over. I see you sometime when I pass by. I wave at you, but I live a couple streets over from y'all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my husband's truck. What can I do for you?
Okay. Now I haven't seen the truck in a while. How often is he there? Is he in town right now?
Well, no, my husband, he drives truck, but he drive all over the state, baby, so he's in and out all the time.
Okay. Well, listen, now you because I see you sometime at the supermarket too. I don't know if you probably know me when you see me, and
probably when I see you, I don't know.
And you probably didn't see you'll know me when you see me. Here's what I wanted to ask you. Now, how long before he get back?
You want to call him or something? I can give you his cell number. Would you like to call him?
No,
he's not here right now.
I don't want to call him. But I can just wait till he get back. Is he gonna be back anytime soon?
Well, he won't be back probably for another week or so.
Oh, okay. A couple weeks then. All right. Well, let me ask you something, because I know what it's like to be lonely. You know, folks. You know, your loved one gone like that. Because I've been through that for myself. What I was going to ask you is this here, is when he gone like this sometimes, you think it'll be all right if I come by and tighten you up?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I didn't understand you, baby. What you say now?
I say, you know, when he be gone like this sometimes, do you think it might be all right if I come by there sometime and tighten you up?
Oh, what you mean tighten me up?
You know, tighten you up. You know, that way you ain't feeling too lonely all the time.
Well, let me just tell you this, baby. My husband is only somebody that's doing the tighten up. You know, baby, I don't appreciate that. What the hell you mean tighten me up? I tell you what you say you live at again?
I'm just 2 streets over from y'all.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to send my husband over there and let him come over there and tighten you up. How you like that? Because I don't need you to tighten me up, baby. My husband tightens me up. And you're not going to get out of line with me, baby. I love the Lord, and guess what? He going to hear your cry.
Okay. Well, no, I was just, you know, they say, you know, you don't know if you don't ask. I was just trying to reach out to you and see if it was something that you might be interested in.
Well, baby, you don't need to reach out to me, baby, but I got somebody you can reach out to. You can reach out to the good Lord, baby. The good Lord, he said he would never leave you, nor will he forsake you.
Okay.
And how did you get my phone number?
Who
told you my phone number, and who told you my name?
I got your name and number from one of the neighbors.
Now, you got the wrong sister, baby. I don't play them type of games, baby. I love my husband, and I love the Lord. Now, you don't ask nobody nothing like that. What is wrong with you? Who is your mama? Why you say you live that again? I can't believe you asked me nothing foolish like that. I tell you one doggone thing. You say you live 2 streets over, I'm going to send my husband over there, and he's going to drive that truck straight through your living room. And I mean that. Don't call my house no more. That's what you can do. I don't need you calling here with that foolishness.
Okay, can I say something else to you?
Well, you can't say a thing to me.
Okay, but I just want to say this, and I promise I won't call no more. Okay, if you just let me get this last one out.
Well, what is it?
I just want to say this. This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your daughter Cheyenne got me to prank phone call you.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Cheyenne. Oh my God.
Miss Lenora, you all right?
Oh yeah, baby. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. That doggone oh my goodness.
You all right, Miss Cheyenne?
Oh my goodness. I'm all right. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get that girl. You wait till I talk to her.
Tighten up. Tighten up. That's what the prank was. The run the prank back was today.
Yeah.
Tighten up.
Tighten up.
Another free prank.
Yeah, which is
Another
what
free
Uncle's
prank.
telling me to do right now is tighten up. You want some more money? Go tighten up. I understand, Uncle. I get these lessons that you be teaching.
Well, if you want more money, you have to do more things.
Well, that's his point. He's saying he's doing more. Right
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's coming to the same job and doing the same thing he's been
I'm coming
doing,
to
talking.
the same. I am. That's what our job is. Okay, I got you. You ain't got to bring it up no more. I get it now. I'm gonna go do these
Junior,
shows.
you
though.
gotta tell him.
I'm going to do a show. I got a show in Virginia Beach, October 17th.
Nah, that's how you get more.
I'm going to go do that. That's
Congratulations.
what I'm gonna do. Thank
But
you, sir.
Junior, there is nothing wrong with asking for a raise. There's
No,
nothing
You
wrong
can
with
ask
asking
for
a
it.
raise.
Y'all, he not
All
gonna give
y'all
it to
can
me.
ask for. Go on, get to asking. Go ahead.
Steve, I'm gonna get my speech together in a minute.
We want a raise. All right, coming up next, we're going to ask more questions, but this time it's to the CLO Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, Tiffany Haddish has issued a statement in response to the child sex abuse allegations against her. Blac Chyna reportedly made, get this figure, $20 million a month. $20 million a month on OnlyFans.
What?
Okay?
What?
Y'all finna see
20
this
million. 20 million. Why did she take the Kardashians to court then?
Exactly.
Okay. And then Bentley is expanding its luxury brand to condos in Miami. But right now, we'll talk about all that at the top of the hour because right now it's time to ask the CLO, Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey. Carrie in Hattiesburg says, I'm a 44-year-old married woman, CLO, with 2 children. A week ago, I found out my husband was cheating when I busted him at a lady's house. I happened to have the children in the car at the time. He called me unfit because of it. He said, what I did is worse than his cheating. How can he turn it on me?
He had no choice.
Do you listen to this show at all?
He had no choice.
He said no choice, really?
You are unfit. What you did is worse than me cheating. To bring our children to this woman's house and set them in the car and watch you come up to this door and accuse me
Oh, don't let him do you,
to
Carrie.
try to
Don't let
put
him
their
do you.
father in such a light in front of his children.
Yeah, cheating with that lady.
Oh my God. How
Mama.
could you?
Mama, whose house is this?
Mama,
Who is that lady?
It's your daddy girlfriend's house. That's who it is, and he's in there with the hussy.
Why
Mama,
is
what's a
daddy-
hussy? A heifer. What's a heifer? A female cow.
Mama, you're unfit.
That's horrible.
It really is.
I'm
Flip
unfit.
it on
Look at
her.
your daddy in there standing at the door in his drawers.
All right. Moving on to Plesha in Nashville, because that was your final answer. That's why we moved on. Plesha in Nashville. I've been messing with a married man for 4 months, and I sent him a picture of myself in the shower, and I didn't know it was his wife texting me back. She wants to set him up with my help. I want no parts of this because I didn't know he was married. Do I owe that to this woman, or should I just walk away?
You got to walk away.
Yeah.
You didn't know the man was married. Now she wants to set him up. You get to walk away.
Yeah.
See, the only reason you would participate in that if you wanted to hurt him too. But that's not your objective. You just didn't know the man was married. Now she's thinking since you found out he's married and you've been duped, you must want to participate in the
Duping.
revenge. But stay out of that. You don't know where this is gonna go.
Yeah.
Stay out of that. You made a mistake. It's okay. Dig deeper. It's the 90-day rule still applies, but y'all ain't listening, so I done quit giving it to you. You ain't
And for
gonna
her
wait 90 days. Go and do what you want to do.
No, don't say that, Steve.
No.
You gotta. There are people out there who want help. They do.
Well, the
But-
90-day rule applies. If you put a guy on a probation period before you start passing out all these wonderful benefits you have, you could find out these things. But no, you just taking things at face value, dating these people, and you find out later on they're married, they got a whole family somewhere.
Now, Plesha was with him for 4 months, so she obviously wasn't asking the right questions, right? Because she was with him for 4 months. The woman, Plesha.
With him for 4 months, but how long was she with him before she passed out benefits? Is what the 90-day rule is about.
Right. That's. I just want you to clear that up. That's all. Yeah.
Well, it's what before you get into bed with these people. Don't you think you should know who these people are?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the point. She was with him for 4 months, and she didn't know he was married. Yeah. So she wasn't asking the right questions. This woman.
But if you've been sleeping with him for 4 months, we're a little late for the questions.
Yeah.
That's the point of it.
Got it.
The wife got your nudes.
Yeah, now she's thinking she owes something to the wife and everything.
What?
Yeah. All right. Thanks, CLO. Moving on to Minnie in Charleston. Minnie says, I've been married for close to 30 years, and my husband hangs with a younger guy that he works with. He's joined Instagram and only follows Malo-type females. He wants to have a lot of sex all of a sudden, and he's more passionate than ever before. Is he thinking of these females while we have sex?
Well, he's been inspired.
Inspiration.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what do you care?
Well, she wants him to think of her while they're having sex, not someone else.
How long they been married?
30 years. Close to 30 years.
What is that?
Sparks? No sparks after 30 years?
Yeah, sparks, but you know what I mean. I mean, for both people, though. I mean, if you think about it, 30 years, it's the same person. It's the same person, even for the woman.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Till death.
You know, so you have to do some things to spark it up. And if you got to look on Instagram, get some more sparks, then, you know, spark it up like the match.
So she shouldn't worry that he's thinking about other women while he's having sex with her.
Well, nobody said he's thinking of them, though. See, she's assuming that's what it is.
She's asking, yeah. Because he's all of a sudden so passionate and everything.
You said you doubted CLO?
I doubt if he's thinking of other women, but what she might want to do is change her makeup and get some of that long hair that go down to your back.
Like the Instagram model.
Walk down the hallway and look back over your shoulder.
CLO.
But you know what kills me about Instagram? You see how you know that they're doing it just for the walk, because people ain't got enough sense to film them already walking. They film them when they start the walk. And I'll be going, this is bad TV production, folks. This is
because that's your area. You know that.
You know, it's just, all you got to do is don't start filming until they're in stride. Okay, start walking now, and then you catch the start, and then they try to act like they was walking. Very poor production.
And you can't compare yourself to these women on Instagram. You just cannot. You'll be miserable every day of your life if you do that.
True.
Because they're unbelievably beautiful.
That's what's wrong now. People comparing themselves.
You comparing I want to look like her. I want to get butt shots like her. Yeah, all of that. All right, last one, Steve. Sharice in Portsmouth says, My brother and I dated the same female. Now I'm married. I don't know if we'll have time for this, but maybe we could do it later. I don't know. Anyway, we don't have time for it. We don't have time.
You was talking about butt shots and stuff. Yeah, that's why we don't have the time.
That did not take up all that time.
Yeah. Butt shots.
Whatever, Steve.
That's what it was.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, comedians Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears were accused of child sexual abuse in a lawsuit that was filed last week. The suit was filed by two unnamed siblings, accuses Haddish and Spears of recruiting them to perform indecent acts of a sexual nature for comedy sketches back in 2013 and 14. Tiffany's lawyers call this ordeal a, quote, shakedown last week, and Tiffany had remained silent up until Monday when she issued this statement on Instagram, of all places. She says, "I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because there is an ongoing legal case, there's very little that I can say right now. But clearly, while this sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all. And I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about the situation as soon as I can." That was Tiffany's statement. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot in there, huh?
It doesn't look good. I'll tell you that.
I don't understand her lawyers allowing her to make that statement.
Right.
But, you know, people do what they want to do. And then maybe sometimes she acted on her own to talk about it, to try. But when you say, I regret acting in the skit and it wasn't funny, something happened. Now there's an admission of what you call it, you know, complicity, compliance, whatever what the word is. But, you know, I just find that, you know, I like Tiffany, man. I think she's really, really cool people. I hope this works out for everybody involved.
Including the victims.
Yeah. We'll have to watch the case and see, you know, check for the outcome. But like she said, people do have a bunch of questions. And she says she's right there with the people. All right. Well, you know, we'll watch this story. In lighter news, this is unbelievable. It's been reported that Blac Chyna made a whopping $20 million per month last year on her OnlyFans account. Now, this makes Blac Chyna the highest paid person on that site. OnlyFans was created as a way for celebrities and independent creators to bring in an additional income. Of course, it's the racy pictures and the videos that bring in the most money, or so we've heard. Our girl Cardi B is reportedly earning about $9.34 million a month. Comedian Lil Duval has been having fun with these crazy numbers and tweeted that if anyone believes that Blac Chyna made that much money monthly, it proves that people don't live in reality anymore.
Man,
that's what he said.
$20 million a month?
A month.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
to
she's
do,
not on
to
the
do
Forbes
what?
Richest people.
But then Cardi B is making $9. China, listen to me. Blac Chyna, $20 million. Cardi B, $9. What?
Yeah.
But $20 million a month. Man, do people understand what money is? You know how hard it is to make $20 million?
Oh, meaning
Well,
it's
not
a
for
lot
Blac
of money.
Chyna. Yeah, not for Blac
She
Chyna.
making $20 million.
Yeah.
That's what she
Y'all
said.
crazy. Ain't nobody making that man, please.
20 million? Because I'm about to sign up right
now. Okay, right now I'm
this
like,
whole morning
Carlo,
show gonna be on
what
there.
we doing? Let's go.
The morning show girls on
That's $240 million a year.
Steve, you'll be on OnlyFans.
What would you be doing for $20 million a month?
A month?
I would be only on OnlyFans. I'm on TV, radio, $240 million, man.
What was she taking the Kardashians to court for if she was making $20 million a month?
$20 million a month. Why is you down here?
The hell you losing cars and stuff, selling cars,
asking for child support, all of that.
Man, come on,
You making
y'all.
$20 million a month.
Lil Duval ain't lying about that. $20 million a month. If you make $20 million a year on social media, you stomping them.
Yeah, you
$20 million a month.
Yeah.
Man,
Kind of crazy because $20 million a month. You know, Forbes ain't picked up on this.
That's what I said. Why is she on the Forbes?
Blac
most
Chyna
richest
doing
celebrity
racy
list?
pictures. You know how many racy pictures of me you finna see that ain't me?
Like what, Steve, though? Like what?
The racy pictures of me that ain't me.
But what would you do? What would be your first pose? Like,
Just ass naked. from behind, bending
with a cup
over,
of
folding clothes.
With a cup
I'm like at my house doing laundry.
Knowing you don't do laundry.
Outside naked, working on the car. I'm on my back on one of them dollies. I done slid up under the car on my back on the dolly, but I'm changing the oil. His ass naked changing oil. It's $240 million a year, dog.
That's why.
Yeah. Ain't nowhere in the world.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, in other balling news, the Bentley residences in Miami are under construction, okay? The condominium building will become the tallest residential beachfront tower in Miami. And get this, the building will have a state-of-the-art car elevator system that allows residents to drive their vehicles directly to their homes. The elevators will be equipped with a hydraulic system and turning platform to spin the vehicle around and direct the car to an available parking spot within the apartment's personal garage. Each unit will come with a 1,552 square foot garage on the same floor as their condo. The building is designed after the iconic Bentley Continental car. Wow.
Go down there and get one of them.
Yeah. Today, after your OnlyFans page.
You can
Buy the building after.
you get the building then.
Right. All right, switching gears here. Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
And an update on the Nicole Linton case. Nicole Linton, of course, is a suspect in the fiery crash that killed 6 people in the Windsor Hills area of LA last month. The LA Times reported that 37-year-old Linton was diagnosed with bipolar disorder back in 2018, and she was placed in a psychiatric facility. Her family stated that she stopped taking her meds during the pandemic, which caused her mental health to deteriorate further. On the day of the deadly crash, Linton had FaceTimed her sister while naked on her lunch break and then caused the deadly crash on the way back to the hospital. Linton's attorney claims she suffered from a, quote, lack of consciousness while committing the crime, and she does not recall the incident. Linton uses a wheelchair in jail due to her injuries from the crash. Her attorneys are asking for her to be released on a $300,000 bail and be placed on house arrest. Wow.
It's such a tragic story.
Yeah.
I'm going to restrain from any comments I have. Yeah, all of the stuff I'm wanting to say, just not going to be.
It's not airable.
Oh, it's airable, but I'm pretty sure it's not politically correct. So.
Okay. There is a difference. Yeah. So it's best that you don't say anything.
Just going to go on and protect the brand so we can keep earning a living.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is horrible, though. This really is horrible. I mean, to think about it. You know, just a picture of that car and all of that.
Just gonna keep on with me, huh? Just gonna try to
just
push
horrible.
You're pushing, Shirley. You're pushing.
I'm not trying to push
why
you.
does she still have her driver's license, though? Why would...
Yeah.
I have a problem with her still being able to drive.
To drive, knowing all of that, yeah.
Knowing that, yeah. Her history, she was in prior... I read somewhere she was in a lot of car accidents before
I did
this
too.
fatal crash. So,
but she was working still. But she still was working. She was still able to function, you know, so maybe that's why she still had her driver's license, because she was a nurse and she was still at the job. So, you know, it sounds like they're trying to create some sort of defense for her.
People died because of her actions.
Yeah. You know.
She's the cause of their death. This is terrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It really is. I mean,
and
really
so,
is bad.
And so, Steve, what's going on? You can't say anything right now?
No, I can't say nothing.
I mean, he's quiet as a church mouse, isn't he?
Bipolar. No.
Yeah,
See,
that's
no
their
need of me.
defense.
I don't want to hear all that about your bipolar, about your meds you didn't have during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Everything I'm fitting to say could cost me my career.
Ooh, look at the time.
What?
We
got to move on. Thank God.
Yeah.
Coming up in 34 minutes after the hour, we'll switch gears again, and Sister Odell will be here. And we have some great news for Sister O. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, she is here. She is here, friend of the show, mother to the show, the one and only Sister Odell.
Jesus.
That's her.
My Lord. All you got to do is call him one time. That's all you need.
Amen.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sister Odell.
Good morning.
Shirley,
Sister
Carly, mouth of the South, Monica.
Hey, Sister Odell. How you
Hey,
doing?
Junior.
Morning, Sister Odell.
Hey, Sister Odell.
Good. A lot going on, you know.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
yeah, a lot going on, Sister Odell.
I've been
we have some
listening
great
to
news.
your show. I know you will. Go ahead and do the great news, and then I'm going to do the Sister Odell report.
Oh, okay. Well, we have some great news for you this morning. That's why we're glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, Sister Odell, the Jehovah's Witnesses have announced that they're resuming their door-to-door ministry. Now, you know they've been off for 3 years because of the coronavirus pandemic. So now they're going to be back. The door-knocking ministry, though, is concerned because witnesses never know how they'll be received when they go out to people's homes. So they're being advised to be mindful that people's lives and attitudes have changed in the last 3 years.
Well, you know, witnessing is a part of Christianity, you know, but you know, there's different sections. And of course,
ma'am.
I just want to make it known before I say what I'm about to say that I'm not a Jehovah's Witness.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just a straight Pentecostal Christian.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Now, as far as getting a different reaction, you're going to get the reaction you've been getting.
Don't you think people have changed since the
Door
pandemic?
slamming, hiding, running to the back of the house, looking out the curtains, pretending not to be there. That's the same reaction you're going to get. And they knows it, too.
That hasn't changed.
It ain't finna change. I don't mind people being Jehovah's Witnesses, but you know, it's Saturday.
So, what does
We
that
in here
mean?
cleaning house, trying to chill, relax. You know, it's first day off, now here you come. It's a day off for us. So what is you want? You got your little magazines on here with that castle on it. You want $2 for that? You're sitting in here, you want to come in here and sit in the living room and talk about church is tomorrow. Now, I mean, I got these greens on. I'm trying to get ready for church tomorrow. I done put these neck bones on. I'm trying to get this house cleaned up and everything. Everybody comes over here, the family coming over here for dinner. Now, here you is want to mess up hour and a half of my Saturday. Because you want to sit in here and tell me 144,000 people going to heaven. Well, if it ain't, what is I'm in here for? If I ain't in 144. I'm going to heaven and I don't need nobody to tell me no different. Sitting up in here ringing doorbells. So what you think the reaction gonna be? It's still a pandemic in my house when the witnesses come. Now that I know they coming, I'm gonna put a mask on the whole front porch. I'm gonna put a Henry mask on my whole front porch. Now that I know they finna come, I'm glad you warned me. I'm sure glad you warned me, because I'm just going to tell you like it is. Now, once again, I'm going to just say it. I don't mind people's being Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like the witnesses and everything. But now you told us you're coming, and you want to know how the reaction going to be, I'm telling you. If you've been gone for 3 years and ain't nobody said, you know what? Ain't nobody been by my house on Saturday. Now you think you just gonna roll back up. You know, like you passing out hundreds or something. Ain't nobody been looking for you. Nobody wanted. This is Saturday morning. Kids in here trying to watch the cartoons I'm cooking and you ain't ringing the doorbell. Same reaction. Hiding the couch. Shutting drapes.
Put the mask on the whole house.
I'm going to put a mask on the whole front porch. Because, you know, they gather at the corner. You know, they all pull up at the same time at the corner. Word get out now because we got cell phones.
All right, we got to go, Sister Odell. I'm sorry. All right.
Thanks for
Prank
having me.
phone call.
Appreciate the warning.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is Numbers Don't Lie. Numbers Don't Lie. We'll find out what that's all about in just a few, because right now it is time for today's prank phone call. And Junior is in for the nephew. And Junior, what do you have for us today? What's on the menu?
Day 88 in for the nephew. So today's prank phone call.
Don't sound like a lot of days, Jay.
Yeah, I thought it was
88
33
days,
earlier.
2 days from being 3 months. He ain't been gone that long.
It just feel that way, Uncle. I just had to, it felt
So you
that
just
way.
throwing that in.
Yeah, I just threw it out there. Just I love Tommy, man. I got it, man. That's my boy, man. Don't forget to watch Ready to Love on too this Friday too, man. Should start watching
Getting
it too.
good,
It's
too.
good,
Yeah.
too.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's
man.
getting, ooh, yeah.
All right, well, today's prank phone call the nephews left us today is something that we just had over the weekend. It's called Yo Barbecue Ain't Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of places like that. Your barbecue ain't right. Run it, cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Gerald.
Yeah, this Gerald. Who's calling? May I ask?
Hey Gerald, this is Calvin, man. You live a couple blocks over from me, man. I just wanted to reach out to you. One of the neighbors gave me your number, man. And I just wanted to tell you
I don't want no I'm sorry, I don't want no subscriptions or nothing, brother. I might as well cut you off right now.
What now?
Subscriptions. You calling about some subscriptions or something?
No. I'm a neighbor, my man. I'm just a couple blocks over from you. No, I got your number from one of the neighbors. I was calling to let you know I've been smelling your barbecue, man. That's what I was calling about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, you've been grilling every day, seem like over there. I've been smelling the smoke in the air. You over there putting it down, huh?
I mean, I thank you for the compliment, but yeah, I mean, now you say I had nothing else to do but cook, in these times. I mean, I might as well do what I'm good at, Who gave you my number though?
It's a guy on your street. Last name Edwards. I can't remember the dude's first name. I call him Edwards. I think he lives on your street. I'm not sure.
So what you cook and smoke?
Man, I cook. I burn a little bit. That's why I call like from one barbecue brother to another. I was just reaching out. I said, man, this dude is burning over there. So you putting it in, man. What all you been cooking since we've been locked down?
I mean, I kind of been experimenting a little bit. I've been doing some doing some different woods, cherry. I kind of mix it in a little bit of hickory. Kind of all depends on what I'm cooking, whether it's some fish, it's, chicken. I mix it up every now and then, but sometimes I have lately been experimenting with this mesquite. Yeah, I mean, the flavor just fall off the bone.
Well,
I'm out there every day about after 4 or 3.
Yeah, that's when I've been smelling the smoke, because your smoke coming to my yard. I'm 2 blocks over. Your smoke carrying a good distance, man. But it's all right though. It's all right.
I've been soaking my chips and all that stuff. I mean, I've been just trying some new techniques. Nothing crazy.
Let me go and say this though.
You going crazy, huh? What's up?
No, it ain't got me going crazy. To be completely honest with you, bro, it's kind of got me f***ed up. You f***ing your meat up so damn bad, dog, that I'm sitting here smelling this shit, and I'm trying to figure out what are you doing? You soaking this, you using cherry. Hey man, if you ain't putting no pecan or no oak in there, you a dude on the grill that don't know what the f*** you doing, and that's my.
Why you gotta cuss at me?
Because dog, you from a real barbecue man, you don't know what the f*** you doing.
No, well,
and that's.
I've been in competitions. You talking about a real barbecue man? I didn't grow up.
Ain't no way you been in no damn competition for no barbecue, dog. Not with the I'm smelling, man.
Look, I'm talking to you because I'm bored as and you just gonna start cussing at me and talking about my. How you know what it is? You haven't even tasted.
But dog, I can smell it. I can smell wood in the air and know what's right and what's wrong.
It smells good, and then you just come out of nowhere cussing. I mean, I know we all going crazy right now, but you ain't gotta cuss at me.
Hey man, listen. Here what I'm gonna say this here.
Brother, you ain't got to cuss at me.
Okay, cool. I ain't gonna cuss no more. Cool. But let me say this: don't put nothing else on that. Don't put nothing else on that grill. I swear to you, for at least a month, I don't want to smell your smoke no more, dog.
How you gonna tell me what to do? You don't even know me like that. You just gonna have to smell it.
I'm just saying, I'm 2 blocks over, and I'm tired of smelling your smoke. I'm tired of smelling it. You don't know what you're doing. Don't put nothing else on that pit for at least another month.
I don't know what to tell you. If I put some rotten tomatoes on there and I want to smoke, you're going to smell it. How about that now?
Okay. Say, man.
No. I'm bored out of my mind. You calling me talking shit.
Hey, dog, because you got the smoke in the air that smell like shit.
No, you offended
You don't know
me.
what you're doing.
I do know what I'm doing. Have you tasted it? My shit is falling
I
off the
don't
bone.
want to taste it. I don't want.
My shit off the bone. I've been experimenting. Okay. I did put some applesauce.
See that right there? What the is that? You did what with some applesauce? Hey, man, don't put else on that grill.
You didn't read the article.
I'm going to send you some YouTube videos so you can learn how to barbecue, because you're going to quit f***ing the neighborhood up, dog.
No. Don't tell me what to do. That don't sit right with me. I ain't got no job right now. You telling me what to do. I ain't got in the f***ing house, and you just going to tell me what to do with my food.
If your food is tight, why are you wasting it on the barbecue
pit? My food is
pit?
tight, brother. Just quit while you're behind.
I'm trying to figure out how to stop your ass from cooking, man.
From doing what? Living?
No, cooking out on the grill, and everybody got to smell some that we know ain't being cooked right. I'm a barbecue man. I know what I'm doing. You don't, and it bothers me. So that's why I got your number.
You got a sauce. What competition you want?
I don't have to be in no competitions. Everybody come to get my barbecue.
Who that, the bums?
No, ain't no. Okay, hey man, listen. Let's finish this way. If you put something else on the grill, I'm gonna come around there and whoop your ass.
You ain't gonna do shit. Ain't gonna do shit. How about that? Man, who the is this on my damn phone? The is calling me with this bullshit?
Hey, man. Hey, this nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your cousin.
Got me talking about my meats and woods and sauces and shit.
Your cousin Trey got me to prank you, man.
That motherfucker came over here and got a plate yesterday. I should have knew something was happening. They were over there in the corner snicking with my aunt. Good for nothing. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, he ain't allowed over here at all. He ain't allowed over here at all no more. We didn't social distance his ass. You can hashtag it in the front and the back.
Hey, man, you got to tell me this right here, right now. Gerald, what is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
Come on, brother. The Steve Harvey Morning Show, man, with this nonsense talking about my food and sauces.
There it is, right there. Your barbecue ain't right.
How dare you?
I know. I can relate.
That's a touchy subject with a lot of people when they tell about their barbecue.
Have you ever had
why I be touchy
barbecue?
Bad, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know why I be touchy, y'all?
Because
they put the time in to mess it up. That's why I be touchy. I've been up since 5 for this. That's why I be touchy. You's up at 5 to give us this.
There are some like barbecue chains that
restaurants
consistently make bad barbecue.
But they think they don't know that though. No one's told them that it's bad.
And they have repeat customers.
Yeah, they think it's good. They've never really had great barbecue.
No, man.
I just don't know how people. I don't know what they judging it on.
Yeah, and it's too vinegary tasting or something. I don't know what it is. Too much vinegar.
Shirley, this what gets me about this bad barbecue. They say this has been passed down from generation to generation, and ain't nobody stopped it.
Hell yeah.
Y'all been eating this for 100 years?
My granddaddy made this barbecue just like this.
If you don't know, though, you don't know.
Granddaddy.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't want to say nothing to Big Papa.
Papa.
Ain't nobody want to hurt Big Papa feelings.
All right, Junior. Thank you. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter for today. The subject is Numbers Don't Lie. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, now it is time for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com. All you have to do is click Submit Strawberry Letter, and we could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours. Keep those letters coming.
Yeah, that's right, Shirley. It could be yours. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Strawberry Letter with my good friend, Shirley Strawberry.
Thank you, my good friend Junior. Subject, numbers don't lie. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm 33 years old and single. My uncle is like a father to me, and he helped my mother raise me. He is a sweetheart of a man, and he loves the Lord. He's active in his church, and he will help anyone that needs him. He's worked all of his life, and he's got a little fortune saved up. He's 58, and he has never been married, so he was anxious to settle down. The lady he's been seeing is not marriage material, and everyone in town knows it. The lady used to run with my mother back when my mother was abusing alcohol and running the streets. She's known this woman for over 30 years, and she told me that this woman had a fling with my father while she was pregnant with me. I try to be cordial with the woman because my uncle asked me to mind my manners around her. There's a rumor that my mom's pastor used to mess with this woman too. This is way too many bodies for my uncle. My uncle asked my mom and I to meet him at a jewelry store, and my mom instantly knew that he was about to get an engagement ring. He got a very nice ring, and I stayed silent. The next day, I called him and said that the lady has been with a lot of men in our town. My mother was in the background telling my uncle that he's being used and numbers don't lie. He said he'd take everything into account and talk with the woman before he asked her to marry him. A week later, they got married down at the courthouse, and no one from our family was invited. We tried calling him, and he blocked all of us. I was only trying to help him. How could my father figure shut me out and pick her? Well, that's not a hard question. Because haven't you heard the term stay out of grown folks' business? Well, you know, that's what you've done here. You've gotten in some grown folks' business that you had no business being in, period. He did it because he loves this woman, or he can have sex with her, and whatever the reason, it's none of your concern, okay? He didn't pick her over you. This is not a competition. He picked the woman he wanted to spend his life with. You and your mom overstepped. You're meddling. You're being messy. Don't you think if everyone in town knows about this woman, so does your uncle who's 58 and you know, been out there. He knows what's going on, and that's who he's marrying. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. That's who he's going to marry. She is who he wants. Get used to saying that and feeling that and knowing that, because he's done it already anyway. He's a grown man with a few coins. He's worked hard for his money, and now he wants what he wants, and he wants her. And what's it to you if he marries her? He's not asking for your approval anyway. What? Are you afraid he might give away his so-called fortune? Because I see you mentioned that in the letter. He's got some coins. And there won't be anything left for you. Well, there is a chance of that if he is married to her, and things will go to her now. But you'll be fine. You can't miss what you never had. So it's time now for you to concentrate on your own life and leave your uncle alone and his new bride. Leave them alone. He doesn't want to hear it. That's why he blocked you. Okay? Let this go. Steve?
Well, that is pretty simple for me. 33-year-old letter. The title of the letter is Numbers Don't Lie. Of a man, and he loves the Lord. He's active in the church and will help anybody that needs him. Well, people that loves the Lord and active in the church and always willing to help somebody, sometimes, you know, they just want that wild thing. You know, they want You know, we've been serving the Lord.
Yes.
We active in the church. You know, well, it's Saturday night and the church is closed.
Okay.
And Dupop, I'm gonna call him Dupop. He 58. Dupop wants some wild things. So Dupop, and then you said he's worked all his life. He's got a little fortune saved up. He's never been married, so he was anxious to settle down. He 58. When did he get anxious to settle down? He damn near 60. Now he anxious to settle down. You probably don't know a lot about your uncle, because your uncle ain't been single the whole 58 years. Your uncle done some things. Now, you can call him a sweetheart of a man all you want, and I probably think he is a nice guy, especially to you and your mother. But Dupop been out there doing some things. And he doing some things with a little wild girl, too. And the wild girl putting it on him. And he wants to marry this girl. Y'all got a problem with it. And when I come back, I'll give you the rest of it. It ain't going to be much of nothing. You ain't going to like what I'm about to say. Because we're going to get out to what Shirley said. It really ain't your damn business. We'll be back to find out that it ain't your damn business right after this.
That's right. At 23 minutes after the hour, part 2 of Steve's response is coming up. To today's Strawberry Letter, numbers don't lie, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Come on, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is numbers don't lie.
Well, this 33-year-old single lady who's obviously single because she got time for this. Her uncle's like a father to her, helped her mother raise her. He's a sweetheart of a man. He loves the Lord. He's active in the church, and he will help anyone that needs him. Like I said before the break, he been loving the Lord a long time and been active in the church. Dupop wants some wild things. Because church ain't open on Saturday night. Before he go to church, Pop want to do something wild. He done worked all his life. He got a little fortune saved up. He's 58. He's never been married, so he's anxious to settle down. I don't know how you think anxious to settle down starts at 58, but it don't. He's really late. The lady he's been seeing is not marriage material, and everybody in town knows it. I want you to bear that in mind, because I'm going to give that information back to you shortly. The lady used to run with my mother back when my mother was abusing alcohol and running the streets. She's known this woman for 30 years, and she told me that this woman had a fling with my father while she was pregnant with me. Okay. And didn't you say that was 30 years ago? Did not you say that was 30 years ago?
She did.
Wasn't she running with your mama? This your mama girl. Now all of a sudden your mama good enough to be mama, but the other lady ain't good enough to be wife. Make up your mind now. You do know people change. Didn't your mother change? Oh, but this lady can't change. She used to run with your mother back when your mama was abusing alcohol and running the streets. She's known this woman for 30 years, told me that this woman had a fling with my father while she was pregnant with me. That's what your mama told you. Okay. So, wasn't y'all out there running the streets and abusing alcohol? Okay. I try to be cordial with the woman because my uncle asked me to mind my manners around her. There's a rumor that my mom's pastor used to mess with this woman too. That's way too many bodies for my uncle. Wait a minute. So now, a rumor is that your mother's pastor used to mess with this woman too. Excuse me, you don't see nothing wrong with the pastor though. So you gonna skip over your mama's pastor and go right back to her being wrong.
Slut shaming.
This is way too many bodies for my uncle. My uncle asked my mom and I to meet him at a jewelry store. My mom instantly knew he was going to get an engagement ring. He got a very nice ring, and I stayed silent. Next day, I called him and said that the lady has been with a lot of men in our town. You know nothing about it. You're operating off rumor and something your drunk mama said happened 30-some years ago. No, while she was drunk and pregnant with you, her drunk friend slept with her husband. What? My mother was in the background telling my uncle that he's being used and numbers don't lie. He said he'd take everything into account and talk with the woman before they asked him to marry him. A week later, they got married at the courthouse. See, when he went to talk to her, she put some more of that happy thing on him. See, she put some more of that thing on him. So right after they got talking, he said, I'm marrying her ass tomorrow. I sure appreciate you clearing up these numbers, Abigail. Hey, listen to me. This how it comes.
Abigail,
listen to me. I was in here talking to Jerlinda, and Jerlinda told me.
Abigail and Jerlinda.
Jerlinda said that, and my niece Sapathia, Jerlinda Sapathia was talking to me about you,
Abigail, Jerlinda,
and they said that you had messed with the pastor Cleophas, and that you had slept with Abigail's husband while they were married.
What's his name?
I didn't do that. He said, well, I've got to ask you a couple more questions. What was you doing with these men back then? I'll show you.
Oh.
And then when they got through, a week later, they got married down at the courthouse. And no one from our family was invited because y'all disapprove of the woman. We tried calling him. He blocked all of us. I was only trying to help him. How could my father figure shut me out and pick her? What? How he pick her?
Pick her, yeah.
That choice was so easy. Do you know what she doing to your uncle?
What's her name? What's her name?
Arlinda. Arlinda is putting some. Abigail is her mom.
The mom, yeah.
Yeah, Arlinda put this thing on him. I'm talking about he can't even see good no more, and he just is happy because he's strong
did you give us
at the
his
church.
name? What was his name?
Diopolis. Yeah, Diopolis.
Was he Greek? Okay.
Well, they named him after the one-eyed Cyclops because that's what they used to call him when he was on the streets. Diopolis, the one-eyed Cyclops. He was famous.
A lot about
Please.
his family.
Yeah, he does.
Right here. Yeah.
Please leave your comments on today's letter on Instagram and Steve Harvey FM. And please check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. Junior, what you got, Junior, in sports?
I'll tell you what I got first, Shirley. I got to go make some more money. So here I come, Virginia Beach, at the Funny Bone, October 7th and 8th, 4 shows. Go ahead and get your tickets right now at funnybone.com. And I'm telling you, Uncle, I'm out here on this road again because I can't just do one thing. I got to do multiple things to keep this thing going. You know.
That's what you have to do. That was my philosophy, Junior. Still is.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. All right, let's talk about this, Uncle. Russell Wilson. I don't know if you heard about this, but Russell Wilson signed an extension. Get this, 5 years, $245 million contract with the Denver Broncos. Now, he not even on OnlyFans, and he got $245 million, but that's over 5 years.
Yeah, and he got to play ball to get it.
And he got to play ball to
Black
get it.
China shooting videos, boy.
And in 1 year, she done made more money than Russell in 1 year.
Man, get out of here.
Right.
Oh, man. Killing me with that one. Come on now. Also, this is also boxing news coming up, man. This is going to be crazy. I don't know who you got, but Le'Veon Bale versus Adrian Peterson.
What?
These two ex-NFL players is about to
give a damn.
What?
If
they ain't on the football field, why is we watching?
At least Adrian Peterson made good football decisions with his career and a great running back.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bale is boxing because his dumb ass sat out that year with the Steelers, passed
sure
on
did.
$14 million, and has never made the $14 million back since. Now he got to go fight some damn body, get his brain right around in his head, and I can assure you he ain't getting $1 million to do this.
Oh, not even $1 million.
Not even $1 million. Huh?
Wow.
Hell no.
He's forgotten, huh?
Well, so about $500,000. Are we looking at half?
I don't know what they getting, but who's paying him $1 million? Why are they gonna sell a ticket?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And also, tomorrow is here. Week
Tomorrow,
1 of the
what?
NFL starts tomorrow. Woo! Bills and the Rams on Thursday Night Football. Oh, man, I don't even know. I just want to see a great game. I can't even pick that one up. I don't know Pimpin' pick it, but you know, he can.
Say the word.
I ain't nothing but one mention away, and I'm going with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, okay.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, Bills, Pimpin', okay.
Yeah, I ain't not even that. You know, they still celebrating out there at the Rams. You know, they ain't gonna be behind everything. They ain't really.
That's it, Shirley. That's our sports talk today with Pimpin' with the Bills. Okay, we're gonna see what happens, man.
All right, Junior. Thank you. All right, coming up at the top of the hour, T.I. speaks out about his son, King, his latest arrest, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In a video that went viral recently, T.I. and Tiny's 18-year-old son, King Harris, appeared to be proud of getting arrested and spending a brief time behind bars for charges that have not been made public yet. That video angered T.I.'s and Tiny's fans and caused them to give some unwarranted advice to them via social media. T.I. responded to all of the comments in a live Instagram video. He started off by saying that he has already had a conversation with his son, King, and he's already made his peace with it. T.I. says, "'Cause I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's going to turn out. His butt is going to prison if he keeps this sugar honey iced tea up. His butt is going to prison." Here's more from that live video.
King's a good kid, chasing after the wrong. And, you know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else I. You know, he done got all the whoopings, he done got the punishment, he done did it, he done, you know, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me and mama or nobody else gonna be able to say about it, man. But I'ma love him all the way through whatever it is he going through. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I think that's a great statement, man. And I appreciate T.I. saying that. People who are not parents don't understand.
That's right.
When these kids get to a certain age, they have the ability to make decisions on their own. And it can go quite contrary to everything you've ever put in them or tried to instill in them as a parent. And that don't make you a bad parent, but people want to sit up and throw darts at you about your parenting. When no, children can go out and make decisions on their own. And they're making them a lot faster now. And he said a beautiful thing. He going to love him through it, no matter what he do.
And trust God.
But he knows that energy because he was that. And King Harris going to have to learn. And it's a sad thing, but a lot of times you have to learn the hard way.
That's right.
And I think that what T.I. said was spot on. I wish people in social media would understand what parenting is about. I remember a guy made a public statement about my parenting one time. You know, made a crazy statement about my parenting. Now you got 10 kids.
Wow. And you know what else I appreciated about what T.I. said was the fact that he didn't take on that guilt, you know, because as parents, we always have guilt. We carry that guilt around with us. If our kids mess up and we become disappointed or whatever, we have parental guilt. T.I. said they did everything they could. They whooped him. They put him on punishment. You know, they did everything that they could. And basically what he was saying, that's all I can do as a parent. I can't do any more than that. And he didn't take that guilt, being dragged on social media by these people, that he was a bad parent. He didn't have that in his statement. I'm sure he feels some kind of way because it is his son, and like he says, he loves him. But I didn't hear that that guilt, and I like that because it's not his fault. Like you say, kids have their own minds,
look,
and they
you
do what they
gonna
want.
feel bad.
Yeah, and
nobody wants to see their children go through. You gonna feel bad, but that don't make you a bad parent. Like he said, he got all the punishments, he got all the whoopings, he got all that. But at 18, you can't whoop them no more. At 18,
that's right.
Ain't no more punishments at 18. Now he got to go out here and go through it. And T.I. is 100% correct.
Yeah.
About that statement right there. And people that, and especially people that don't have kids, you have no idea what this is. You got a lot of conversation about what to do when you ain't never had to do it before. You know a lot about something you don't know a damn thing about. Man, y'all shut your ass up. Don't nobody care nothing about your punk ass opinion about some kids and you ain't got one. That's crazy to me.
You could do everything you can as a parent, and it'll still turn out the opposite way. Well, everything.
You gonna see.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Whew. Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we know how much we love Rihanna, and this just endears her to us even more because she's such a class act. Last week, Rihanna and 6 of her girlfriends went to Caviar Roost in New York for a late dinner, and she asked the restaurant crew to stay late past closing so she and her friends could enjoy their meals. At around 2 a.m., when they had finally finished their dinner, Rihanna got up, helped the wait staff clean up, and pushed bar stools back in place as a thanks for allowing them to stay so late. So the question is, Steve, have you ever been so kind to the staff to help them clean up, or maybe, I don't know, put a little something extra in their tip or whatever, but have you stayed late and cleaned up?
I'm not, pushing bar stools right now table. I'm not going to do that. I ain't back in the kitchen. I mean, Rihanna's super sweet. That's not what I do. Here, I got a tip for you. Hey, man, if y'all stay late, I'm going to make it worth your time. And I do. I've done it in Africa a bunch of times when we go out there and I get off late. I do it in restaurants. Me and Margie go to. Y'all those special stuff I want stuff. I'm a really, really big tipper. I pride myself on that. I ain't got no problem. I am not wiping
cleaning up
tables and pushing in, but I'm not sweeping. I'm not going in the back helping with no dishes. I'm not helping turn out lights. I'm gonna be in the car when all this is happening.
Really, Steve. All right. Thank you. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after. We'll play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather hum a song during sex, or would you rather whistle during sex?
Oh, humming.
You rather hum than whistle?
I need all this.
Why hum? Why hum?
Because I need to keep this oxygen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hard to whistle. It's hard to put whistle when you're putting in work.
But Steve, you're a pretty good whistler. You whistle the theme song to Andy Griffith.
I got a lot of effort going to a lot of areas and whistling.
You can't.
It does some amazing things, but it don't whistle.
But okay, well, let us hear your hum then. What's your hum like? Almost sounds like a gospel song.
It is. I'm in heaven. It is.
It is. Yeah.
All right. Would you rather work as a waiter or as a restroom attendant for a week?
Damn bathroom, though. Bathroom.
Well, you know, customers can have attitude. Take this back. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, you know, but what we're not going to be doing is the bathroom. What do you mean by bathroom attendant? What
you know the people that are in there with the peppermints, with the towels for you, things like that.
Hell no.
Every time they turn that water on, give you two paper towels. While
yeah,
you
they ready.
They're using the toilet.
Standing,
No,
yeah.
hell no.
All that flushing going on in there. I can't be in there all that time. Here you go, my man.
Yeah.
No.
I don't even like bathroom attendants.
All that unnecessary conversation.
I don't
nice.
No, that ain't got who the hell are mean in the bathroom?
Yeah. Mr. Harvey, how's it going tonight, Mr. Harvey?
Everything going good, dog. I ain't got no tip for you, dog. I don't want no damn mint. Hey, Miss Harvey, need a little cologne? I don't wear that. You got some damn Halston and some Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Dog, nobody wear that no more than some polo.
Yeah.
Polo cologne.
I got the top three right here for you.
All right. If you had to have a pet, would you rather have a pet pig or a pet raccoon?
Oh.
Remember those kids on Instagram with those pet raccoons?
Around with the raccoon.
That family didn't know how dangerous that was.
Rabies and everything.
That little girl was, she was a gangster.
Man, give me the pig.
Pet pig?
Yeah, because if I change my mind, I got something to eat. I know that.
You got bacon?
Ham sandwiches. You good.
Yeah,
Pork loin.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be a pet long.
All right. That is today's round of Would You Rather. We'll be back at 49 minutes after the hour for our last break of the day and for some closing with the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, guys. Our last break of the day on this Hump Day Wednesday. It's been a good day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Got to say thanks to Sister Odell for stopping by earlier.
Please tell her. Pure greatness. Well, I swear to God, thank you, Sister Odell.
She shut it down, didn't she?
Oh, my God.
You can't miss Sister Odell, boy. You can't miss her. Love her. Love her.
Yeah.
So, Steve,
how are you feeling, Steve?
Yeah.
You know, I'm feeling pretty good. I want to do some closing today. I want to just talk about some key words that people can start using.
Okay.
To help themselves. You know, I try to find different ways to empower people. I try to find another way to motivate people. Eric Thomas is one of my favorite motivational speakers in the world today because he's passionate, but he's dedicated to this thing like nobody else I've ever seen. He puts the time in to find different ways to motivate people, and I think that brother should be making a wonderful, wonderful living at this because what he's doing for people is so much more valuable than the cost. You know, when you see people out there with motivational programs and things that they can tap into that can better yourself, you have to remember, everybody, you have to invest in yourself. If a person can steady pour information into you that moves you up the ladder and moves the needle in your life, and they got a cost factor for that, there's nothing wrong with that. You're gonna get a huge ROI or return on investment, but you've got to invest in yourself. It's amazing how people talk about when someone charges for something. There's nothing free in this world. Very rarely do people do anything free. So I on the other hand, I have a mission in my life that I have to use my platforms for to do things. Now, do I wish I was making money at it? Of course. It'd be great. But while I do it sometimes and while I don't on other times, let me give you this free information. You've got to have willpower to be successful. Willpower, I don't care how you call it. You can call it discipline. That's another way to do it. You can choose to call it your work ethic, but you got to be daring to be successful. You're going to have to be willing to take chances, y'all. Being successful is risky business because it's going to require an exceptional effort that sometimes it's going to take you out of your comfort zone, and oftentimes it's going to take you out of the realm of familiarity. You can't do what you've been doing and expect to get something different. So when you strike out to be successful, get ready to be extremely uncomfortable because it's going to take you there. You can't do it the way you've been doing it. You can't still run with the same people you've been running with. You can't keep talking like you've been talking. You can't keep dressing the way you've been dressing. Success requires a change in a lot of areas. But you got to have willpower, discipline, work ethic, daring. You need all of that to be successful. You got to have faith. You got to be a visionary to be successful. You got to develop a lot of positive traits. So if you can run across an Eric Thomas that has a subscription that can pour this stuff into you on a daily basis, do it. If you're going to get a Tony Robbins and pay a subscription base, do it. If you want to go with a John Maxwell who can pour into you daily and has a subscription platform, do it. Man, y'all invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. I tried doing it. I'm just not a person that wants to sell subscriptions. So I had to get out of that. And I just had to understand that these platforms that I have, whether it's on a commercial break, on Family Feud, or whether it's on the show doing opening or closing remarks, that's just the mission I'm on. God will bless me so many other ways. I had to stop looking for it for that way, because that's not why I was put here in the first place. It's a part of it. I shouldn't say that. I am placed here for that because it's much part of my purpose. And so I can't say that. But I don't have to worry about the direction he takes me in terms of income because God blesses me in so many different ways. So think about your willpower. Focus on it. Think about your discipline. Consider your work ethic. Be daring. Be courageous. Be a person of faith. But invest in it, man. Take your time out for these people that's got these programs that can help you. Stormy has got a program out there that helps a lot of people. What's her name? Nicole. Lisa Nichols has a great program that helps people. It's a lot of great people out there, man. And you just got to make the investment, man, because you got to learn. You got to constantly be encouraged because a lot of times people in your circle are not going to encourage you to get to your dreams. They just not. But there are people who are in this world that's built to encourage you. Take advantage of it. Hey, y'all, those are my closing remarks today. Hope you had a good one today. Hey, listen, do yourself a favor. Talk to God today, y'all. He would absolutely love to hear from you. Absolutely.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.